and I watched her live chat after, and I think she's really inspirational. I think she's helped a lot of people, and personally, I don't even think she realizes how many people she's helped through hard times. I know she's helped me. I keep her picture on my wall, actually. And it was one of her first interviews that she did after she got out of rehab, and that's what the picture's from. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to say that, me, myself included, have been through a lot, and, well, here's part of my story. A lot of people don't know that I actually used to drink heavily, and it seemed to cover up a lot of my problems, because before I drank, I was straight edge, and I didn't do anything at all, actually, and I was kind of a nerd, and I was really depressed. I don't have a dad in my life, and that's a really hard situation for me, but now I've realized that he's not in my life, and I can accept that. But when I first started drinking, I actually thought that I found a really good group of friends, and that my life was starting to head in the right direction, but in all reality, it was heading in the worst direction possible. So I partied a lot with a lot of different people, and I don't think anyone I partied with really realized I wasn't just drinking with them to have a good time. I was drinking to cover up the pain I had inside. And last year I stopped drinking because I got really sick. So I quit cold turkey, and I had nothing to cope with my problems. And on top of having my old problems, I had new problems with my health because of how much I was drinking. And I wasn't drinking every single day, but I definitely was drinking every weekend. And when you're 16 and 17, that's not good for your internal organs at all. That's why there's a drinking age, even though honestly the drinking age doesn't do shit. You can get alcohol whenever you want it as long as you have the money, and even if you don't have the money, it's pretty easy to get it. So, it was an easy way out. And when I stopped drinking, I had all my old problems and all these new problems, and I just didn't know how to cope at all. So I spiraled down into a really bad depression, and I thought about suicide a lot. I thought about cutting, and I actually first started cutting when I was 10 years old, which a lot of girls and young guys start to help cope with their problems, and it's really not the answer. But when you are that sad and you're that low, you don't know what the right and wrong answer is. So I spent pretty much up until now off and on cutting and self-harm. When people started to notice the cutting, I would hit myself, and the past few months that's been my way of self-harm. And I don't know how popular that is, but I know that it's a lot easier. Bruises are a lot easier to hide than cuts. You have foundation and powder and blush and all that stuff you can cover up, and it's long clothes, and it's just a lot easier than cutting. You can't just put cover up on a cut. Yeah, I've tried that, and I'm sure everyone else has. So I also tried purposely purging after I ate, because ever since I was younger, I always thought that I was overweight, and that was really hard because my best friend was a twig and beautiful, and I didn't see myself as beautiful. I didn't see myself as thin. I didn't see myself as good enough. So I tried a lot of different things, and when I got bored of one, I'd do another. So when I started drinking, it helped, but it really just made things worse. And when I stopped, I spiraled into depression, and it really has been the lowest part of my life. I stopped hanging out with my friends. My relationship went down the drain. My relationship with my mom got really bad. We didn't talk. We weren't nearly as close, and anyone who knows me and my mom know that we're extremely close. So even now, I don't see my friends as much as I do, but I do try to get out a little bit, and I do try to talk to them. But even when I go now, I want to be picked up after 2 hours, because being in a social situation after having so many months of being this depressed and being this low with no one to talk to is really hard. Just this past week, actually, I've started to realize I have a problem, realize I have a lot of problems. I have a problem with my anger and how to control it. I have a problem with stress management. I have anxiety really, really bad. I've actually been hospitalized a few times this past year because of it. Sometimes with anxiety, you feel like you're gonna die. I don't think certain people realize how bad anxiety and depression put together can be. I get sad, and then I get anxious because I don't know how to fix it, and I slightly know I'm sad, and I can't breathe at all. I feel like I'm going to pass out. I get really dizzy, and my vision gets blurred, and I really have thought I was going to die. The first big trigger attack, I was actually trying to watch a movie in a movie theater, and I don't know what came over me. I was happy, my life was going good, and all of a sudden I just couldn't breathe, and I had to be rushed to the hospital. I lost my purse, and it was actually a purse from the hippie days, so I was really sad about that. Had all my information in it. I had money in it, and cards, and a whole bunch of stuff, and I just lost it all. And now I'm having an anxiety attack, and I don't know what it is, because I've had anxiety before, but not like that. And then I just lost all my stuff, so now I am even more stressed about getting my life back on track. So now I'm here today saying that I'm sober, and I am on the road to recovery. I'm trying really hard to teach myself that it will be okay, no matter what anyone says. You can do whatever you put your mind to. I would love to start music and acting, but I also would love to be a detective, and I think it'd be really cool to start my own fashion line. So there's a lot of things I want to do in my life, and when people ask me what I want to do, I don't have an answer, because I'm not going to stop at one thing. There's no stopping me, especially now that I know where I'm headed. and I know that I want to get better. And I know there's a lot of young people struggling really hard at home with self-image issues, sexuality, family problems, and I just want everyone out there to know that you're not alone. No matter what you think, I've never felt more alone these past few months, but when I finally came out and said, I have been depressed, I have a problem, I'm not ignoring you on purpose, I don't know what to do, I feel like my life's just over. And once I finally got that out there and came head on with what I'm struggling with, then I can take step one in the right direction. And now I know that alcohol, recreational drugs, cutting, eating disorders, it's not the way out. It'll only make things worse, but I don't think anyone can learn from someone else's advice. They have to go through it on their own. And when they're ready, they'll be ready. And I just want anyone out there to know that if you have any questions, if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm just a message button away. And a lot of people are really embarrassed to come out. I know I was. It took me months to tell my best friend that I have a problem. I thought that she would think that I was being sarcastic and that she would judge me, but she didn't. She was completely there for me, and I realized when I started going out that my friends did care. Just because someone isn't going to jump off a cliff for you doesn't mean that they're not there. And there's a lot of people out there who are going through what you're going through, even if you think that you're alone. So this is my road to recovery, and I'm going to be there to watch your guys' road to recovery, and everything will get better. You can do what you want to do. You can do what you set your mind to. So I really don't know what else to say, because there's so much to say and not enough words to say it. All I can say is that you're not alone. You have people who care about you, even if you don't realize it. And sometimes the people who care most aren't your best friends, and they aren't your family, and you really need to live life for yourself. And once you're living life for yourself, then you can live life with others too. So I hope everyone is happy out there, and shout out to Demi Lovato. You're so amazing and beautiful, and your personality's great. I think you'd be such a good friend, and you'll probably never see this video, but maybe some of your fans will. And I think it's really cool that you have come out and helped so many people. So good night, guys. I'm about to hit the sack. I have a lot to do tomorrow, so toodles. And I actually keep a little tab on my computer that says keep smiling. So every time I log on, which is every day, I'm reminded to keep smiling and never look down again. I have 2 Facebooks actually, and I have one for all of you, and then I have one for just my friends and my family. So I'm actually on the one for all of you more because I don't give my number out to people I don't know. So that's the way I keep in contact. And I can text my friends whenever I want to. So feel free to add me and talk to me whenever you guys want to.